All right. All right. Chosen ones, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back once again to another episode on Antonicus Motivates. And today, it's Wednesday, June the 3rd, 2026. Back out here, as usual, just another day in this matrix they got us all in, trying to make us lose our mind out here. But you know what time it is. About to go ahead and get into another video like we always do about this time. And as usual, I always have plenty to talk to you about, chosen one, especially about your wicked and evil haters and all of those who've been trying so very, very long to destroy you, and we just have to have these discussions about them because, we have to express ourselves and tell others our stories about what they did to us. And we know that they have not gotten away with anything that they did to us. They have not gotten away with anything. So, this is the reason why I have to just keep coming back every day. But you know what, though, chosen one, man? I mean, it's like, man, the thing is, man, is that we've had to hand all of our enemies over to the Most High. We've had to hand them over to him, and there's good reason for that. And you know what I mean? And it's like the vengeance belongs to God. We know that. The vengeance belongs to him. It's his to repay. And that's the hardest thing about this whole walk, man, and being who we are. And the fact that we didn't retaliate, and we could have, but we knew that pretty much they own everything. And then y'all already know my story. I done told you, man. But I know there's many other of you out there, chosen ones, who are still in your own personal battles and struggles and hardships, man. The struggle is real, man. And that's just the way it is, man. I mean, it's like the saga continues of each and every one of our lives, And we have things that we got to do, and we have a lot of work we have to do here on this earth still, despite everything that happened to us and all. And despite the fact that, that there's just so much wickedness and evil out here, and so many really bad people, and in our politicians and our government, and all over, and all over the whole world. And we know they all turned on us, man, ever since all of that. But they've been turning on us. And they've been working towards their evil. And everything is just unfolding just the way the Bible said it would. And it's just, revelation unfolding right in front before our eyes. But this morning I was in the book of Ecclesiastes, and this book is one of the best books I've enjoyed in the Bible. It's one of my personal favorites because it helps us to see through all of this illusion as well, because the teacher in the book, he was talking all about everything we see happening pretty much in this world, and how everything is meaningless and chasing after the wind. But one of the parts in there that stood out to me the most was in chapter 4, verse number 1 through 4, and it said, he looked and saw the oppression that was taking place under the sun and all the tears of the oppressed, and how they, they have no comforter, pretty much. Power is on the sides of their oppressors. And isn't that what we see happening right now? I mean, like, but then he was like saying that he declared that even the dead was, who had already died, were happier than the living here on this earth who are still alive. You know what I mean? Isn't that something, that even the dead are happier? But then he said that better than both of them even is the one who has never even been born, who has not seen all this evil being done here under the sun. And then he said that he saw that all achievement springs from a person's envy of another person who they see having something. And isn't that exactly what we see going on out here? It's like everybody is envious of what somebody else has, so they go on this, endless road of toil and, just wearing themselves out to chase after the bag, or to keep up with the Joneses, or to outdo the next man. And it's like, that's what is, this whole illusion. Let me put my sunglasses on before I roll out, because I got to go ahead and handle some business again today. For some reason, yesterday, something is going on. They can't get good employees at the pharmacy where I've been going to pick up my mom's prescription. And I don't know, man. I got to go over to this other pharmacy today. So I guess I'm just going to... She had it called in. She had the prescription called in from her doctor to a different pharmacy. So I'm going to a different pharmacy today to do this. But you see how they got me out here, man. I mean, it's like... These wicked and evil people, man, they done caused us so much problems, man, to where, they got me out here the way I am right now. But I'm not complaining, because I'm just trying to be grateful. Just remaining grateful every day. Gratitude attitude, man. That's the way I remain each day, man. I just be grateful for what I have, man. And yeah, just got to take care of what I got to take care of each day, man. Take care of my mom, man. Do what I got to do. Continue on making the best of each day, and just working towards my goals and everything that I'm doing. And I have made a lot of progress, and I'm still making progress, man. So that's a good thing. Even in the midst of all this storm, man, and still all this uncertainty and unknown of what happened, and a lot of things I'm still waiting to be revealed. Because, like I said, I don't trust nobody here no more. And this has been since September 25th, 2024, when our house was shot up in the drive-by. Yeah, and so, basically, they have, I've done told you before, terrorized our lives. But I know the reasons why, and I know that this is all because I refuse to conform. And I know that it's all because these wicked and evil people, they hated me because of my faith, and they hated me because of what I stood for and what I still stand for. But, this is just what you go through, what we go through. We've had to go through this fire, right, chosen ones? This is the fire we've had to go through for what we believe in. And now we are really seeing that during this season, especially more than ever, our faith is really being tested more than ever, man. Every day. Every day. Because, as the enemy knows his time is running out, he continues to apply more pressure to us. And we've just had so much pressure on us, but that's the reason why we didn't crumble, was because we was forged through this fire and this pressure to make us the diamond royals that we are. The diamond royal winners. And we know we're still going to win. But we're all waiting on God every day, and the vengeance belongs to him. That's the hardest part about all of this, chosen one. We have to wait for him to make our enemies our footstool. Psalm 110:1. That we don't have no other choice. But every day, while we're in our own personal storms and battles and all of that, hardships and struggles, we can see that it's already a wrap for all of them. All the wicked and evil ones. It's already over for them. There's not much longer they can keep on going on the way they have been for so long, trying to make each and every one of our regular citizens' everyday lives a living hell, and using psyops against us and psychological warfare and all of this that they've been using against us, because that's all it is. Trying to control the narrative, trying to make everyone, stay under the illusion and believe the lies that they keep telling us. Keep trusting in the man to solve all the problems. Keep trusting in some president or some ruler or dictator to fix the problem, when we know they're not. We know they are part of the problem. They are the problem. And we know they are all part of the secret societies now. There's no doubt about it. They've all sold themselves out to the devil, Satan, and they're trying to sell us out. They sold us out. Not trying to, they sold us out. And, you know, all your fake friends, your fake family members, and all these fake people who you came to tell them the truth, to expose all this, when they didn't listen to you, when they turned a blind eye to you, when they rejected you and dismissed you, you know, they willingly or willfully gave themselves over to the lies and the illusion and to the system. But, you know, we have to keep holding our ground and standing our ground. And we know that most all of everyone out here is going to cling to this sinking ship that we see is going down. They're gonna try their best to continue to believe in this system. They're gonna continue to try their best to comply with the system. And the program and everything, and it really is just, you know, it's every day we wake up, we keep going on, and we keep continuing to shine our light in the midst of this dark world, not knowing, you know, nothing about when or how we are going to get out of some of our situations. But, you know, many of y'all have came through a lot and you have made it out of your situations. And I've done made it out of a lot, man. Like I said before, you know, and I'm a testimony. My life is a testimony of what they tried to do to the chosen ones, man. And I'm still waiting on justice, man, and just, it's been really hard, man. A lot of days, I ain't gonna lie, it's been really hard. It's still really hard some days, man, to keep going. But we gotta do what we gotta do, right? We just gotta do what we gotta do, man. But I'm here right now at my location, and I got to go in here and try to get this prescription at this different pharmacy today. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go do my training after this, like I normally do every day. And then get the backpack on, get to the spot, the trail. And then I'm going to continue to talk about this subject right here, because, you know, it's just like the vengeance belongs to God, man. And that's who we got to wait on, man. No matter what, we just have to wait on him. We got to wait on God. No matter what we going through. And we can't give up, because we're not going to. Because we're soldiers here to do what we have to do. All right? So hold that thought right there and stay tuned. I'll be back. All right, chosen one. So I'm back now, and back to what we was talking about this morning, and how the vengeance belongs to God, and he will repay. He's going to repay them all for what they did. We have to trust in that. And it's in Romans chapter 12, verse 19 through 21, it says that do not take revenge. So as hard as it was for us not to do that, you know, we chose to be patient. That's what we've had to do. And it's been hard, but, you know, we trust, we believe that he saw everything. God saw everything. He saw the way they did us. He saw all the things they did to try to destroy us. And the things they've been trying to do to destroy everyone out here in this matrix, but especially the chosen ones. So, you know, it says down there in them verses that I just spoke about, it says, do not be overcome with the evil, but overcome the evil with good. So that's what we've had to do. That's what we're doing right now. And this is part of what we came here to do, man. This is what we came here to do. We came to just overcome all of this, because greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. To show everyone else that we can overcome. We will overcome. We will overcome them all. And they must pay. So they haven't gotten away with nothing. It seems right now like they have gotten away, but I know they haven't. I know they have not gotten away with what they did. And I know that it's judgment time. But like I said before, I said I could have got maybe 5, 6, 7 of them who I thought was the ones, but there would have been no guarantee that I got the right ones. If I did take the revenge, there would be no guarantee that I got the right ones or that I got the ringleader. So that's the reason why this was so hard for me, and why this is still so hard for me to go through this right now, to wait on God. Because, like I said before, I already know it was all a setup. I know that everything that was done was a setup. They've been trying to set me up the whole time. And chosen ones, you know, all of you who have made it through all of this, you understand. They will utilize anyone or anything to try to set you up. But you were the one who, you know, you were able to outsmart them all by relying on your internal guidance system to show you all the traps. And you were awakened and aware because of the spirit that dwells in you, that was guiding you, and your guardian angels, and those who was always there for you, even in your darkest hours, to help you to navigate away from everything that was trying to entangle you and entrap you. So, you know, now you know what they was doing the whole time. You know it was all out of their jealousy and envy and their hatred. And you also know that there was many of them involved, even though, like in my case, I just know, my intuition tells me. And like I said before, if I would have took the revenge, or if I would have retaliated, I know they were probably too numerous for me. And I know that I may not have gotten the right ones. So if I got the wrong ones, then I would have to live with that for the rest of my life. Then I would also be in jail now. And I wouldn't be able to work this channel, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm passionate about still. But every day I'm gonna tell my story out here. I'm gonna tell my story to the world every day out here. I'm not gonna stop telling my story. Because they are gonna be found out, you know, who shot up my house, and they will not get away with it. So they think they got away with it, but they did not. And like I said before, man, everything they did to try to, you know, weaponize the Babylon system against me, to destroy my business, to attack my finances, to stop my income, to block my income. Yeah, they definitely gonna pay for that. And that's not just all, you know what I mean? Like everything they did to my music and all of that too, they're gonna pay for that too. They're gonna pay for all of that, all of them. And I'm not gonna stop telling my story to the world. I'm not gonna stop doing that. You know, and everything they did to my reputation, to try to destroy my reputation, to try to make it impossible for me to live out here. Yeah. I haven't forgotten about none of it, and I'm not gonna forget, and I will never forget. But I just keep praying every day, man, because that's all I can do right now. That's all I can do, and I really don't have nothing else I can do at this moment. But yeah, you know, they're trying to take my last from me. I done showed y'all the proof, and there really isn't much I can do. You know, y'all know my situation, everything that I'm in right now, and how they pretty much try to tie my hands financially. So I just have to wait. I just have to wait, man. I have to wait on God, but vengeance is the Lord's, man. He will repay. He must repay. They will repay. They will be repaid. And like I said, man, this is the law of sowing and reaping. What goes around comes around. Whatever you send out comes back to you. So it is going to come back to them. Yep, everything's going to come back to them. So they think they destroyed me, but I'm still here. Yep. And they will pay. Every last one of them will pay. They will all pay. They're not getting away with it. They are not getting away with it. They think they got away with it, but they didn't get away with it. Like I said, I'm going to tell my story every day on my channel. I'm going to tell my story every day. Somebody's going to see it. Somebody's going to hear it. God will make a way where there is no way. I have the faith. God will make a way where there is no way. I have the faith, man. They must pay. They must go down. Yep. They terrorized, tormented, and traumatized my life. And I'm telling my story, man, every day. But you know what, though? I'm not going to let it stop me from doing what I came to do, my assignment. I'm not going to let it stop me from continuing to drop this content, these videos. I'm not going to let everything that they did stop me. As a matter of fact, I have to do this so that way other people can know. Because if I didn't say anything, if I stayed silent, nobody would know. But I'm gonna make sure the whole world knows, because I am the living testimony of what happens to those who try to stand up for the truth in a world full of lies, that they try to cancel them. You know? But they do this to all of them. They do this to everyone who stands up to them, who stands up to the system. You know, they did this to Edward Snowden. They've done this to all the other ones who blow the whistleblowers, who blow the whistle on the truth about everything they're doing out here. They try to cancel them. And I'm proof of it. I'm living proof that they try to erase you if you don't conform to the system. But we know the system is all a lie. We know the system is collapsing. We know the system don't work no more. And we don't put our trust in the system. We don't put our trust in man. We don't put our trust in no politicians. They're all part of it. They're all Freemasons, the secret societies, the witches and the warlocks. Yep, they're the ones who, they got their obelisks all over the world, you know, so they're running everything through sorcery on this planet, you know, and they try to hide, but they can't hide. They try to hide behind, you know, this fake facade of being all of this and all of that with their fame or with their accolades and all of that. And they want everyone to worship them, to put them on a pedestal, but you won't, because you know, chosen one, you know who they are, you know the system is satanic, you know it's all built off of lies, it's all deception. So you won't participate with it no more. You're not going to participate with it no more. You know that the vengeance belongs to God, and he will repay them. They have not gotten away. And I'm going to tell my story every day. Like I said, I'm going to tell my story every day. They have not gotten away. They will never get away. They will never escape. They think they escaped. They did not escape. Nope, they did not escape. No way. I'm going to get my story out there. I'm going to tell my story. I don't have no other way but just to get on here and walk and train and do my videos every day and pray and just continue to trust and believe, man. Because we're already in June now, man, and this has been since September 25th, 2024, like I told y'all, since this happened. And I have not forgotten. But before all of that, everything they've done to destroy me financially and weaponizing the Babylon system against me and sending the business license men to attack me, or the police to attack me about a business license when I'm barely making enough money to put food on the table, you know, doing my little landscaping jobs. In a 79 beat up raggy pickup truck. That I put the engine in, that I rebuilt myself from the ground up. And all the money that I was making was just enough money pretty much to replace the blades on the lawnmowers. And I didn't even have no zero-turn lawnmower. Like I said, I didn't have no fancy equipment, just regular Home Depot equipment, weed eaters and a Lowe's blower. Not even nothing really expensive or nothing out there. And then I'm bending over backwards doing all this work in the heat for these people who, when everything happened, the way it happened, and then after the whole thing in 2019, and then after they came after me and I had to close my business and all of that. Then I had to find other work to do after the other guy betrayed me and everything, who tried to steal my jobs, and I done told the story on that. And I know they were sent there. I know they were sent around me, around my house, to watch me, the monitoring spirits, the gang stalkers, to pocket watch me, to manipulate me, to try to control me, to try to double cross me. Everything was done intentionally. This is what they do to you. And I'm telling my story, man. They tried to make my life a living hell. They tried to make my life a total nightmare. And I'm gonna tell my story every day, and they must pay. They will pay. Vengeance is God. Vengeance belongs to God, though. You know, and I don't have no other choice right now but to wait and to tell my story. But vengeance will be repaid to all of your enemies, chosen ones, to all of those ones who did you wrong, who tried to silence your voice as well. That's what they try to do. They try to silence our voice. They try to stop us, our talents, our gifts. I won't forget that either. They tried to make us like we didn't exist. They tried not to listen to us. They tried not to hear us. You know, after we told them the truth, they didn't want to hear the truth. They wanted to try to pretend like it wasn't, like we weren't there or something, to try to cause us to get into a low vibrational state, or try to put us into low feelings of low self-esteem. Many of us was already doing good. We was already winning. So because they tried to play this game of ignoring us and stuff like that, because they tried to like ignore us and everything like that, that caused us to stumble, because we was wondering what was going on. Why is these people ignoring me? Why are they not listening to me? Because they was fake. They was all fake. All of them was fake. They're fakes and snakes. That's the reason why they did it. And I'm gonna tell my story to the world. Like I said, they was all fake. Every last one of them was fake. And this could be wherever you are, in your hometown or whatever. They were all fake. And they tried to destroy you. And God saw everything. God saw everything, though. Like I said, God didn't miss nothing. God saw it all. And it's still Christ's money till I die and lay flat back, just like I said in my songs. And I don't care. I don't care who don't like it. I like it. God likes it. That's who likes it. And we know it's real. And we know they're fake. All of them are fake. And they haven't gotten away with nothing that they did to us. To me and my mom. My 84-year-old mom. The Freemasons and the witches and the warlocks are going to die for what they did to us. They're all going to die. The secret societies who run everything, and who are the ones who are behind all the confusion, the chaos, and everything we see happening out here, the propaganda, the psyops, the psychological warfare, the fake news, everything. And God is going to repay them all for everything they've done. Everything they've done. And everything they've done to try to destroy me, they will pay for that. They haven't gotten away with nothing. They haven't gotten away with nothing. They're going down. All of them are going down into the lake of fire. And I'm going to tell my story every day. I'm going to tell my story every day of what they did to me and my 84-year-old mother. She's 84 now. And I'm about to be 45. And half my life is gone because of these wicked, evil people. And they think they're just going to leave us for dead and do what they did to us, in my fake family. And all of them who wouldn't listen to me when I tried to tell them that the Mormons was fake and that they was and that religion was fake. And when I found out all the things I found out about the prophet of that church who was fake, Joseph Smith, and I found out he was a Freemason, and I found out all of that, and I tried to tell them about that, and they didn't want to listen to me about that neither. They didn't want to hear me when I tried to explain that to them. They tried to pretend like it was all good, and like it was still the church was still the truth, and even one of my cousins told me, says, I still believe in it. I still believe in it after all of that. So you know what? I don't talk to people like that no more. I don't have nothing to say to them no more. I'm not going to waste my breath on people who want to believe lies no more. But you know what, though? They're all going down. All of them. They must go down. They will go down. And I'm going to tell my story every day. Like I said, I'm going to tell my story every day. So they think they got away. They think they got away with it. They think they got away with it, but they didn't get away with it. Because I'm going to tell my story every day, right here on my channel. They think they got away with trying to cancel me, with everything they did to belittle me, to belittle my music, and all that I did to stand up for God and for the truth when I gave God the glory. And I still give God the glory. I gave God the glory 1, 2, and 3, and I still give God the glory right now today in advance, because the vengeance is his and he will repay. No doubt about it. But anyway, I guess I'm going to wrap it up right there, chosen one. I guess I rambled on a long time again, like I always do. You know, like I always do every day. But I got to talk this out. I am going to, because I'm going to tell the truth. Whether they want to hear the truth or not, I'm still going to tell the truth. Whether they don't like the truth or not, I'm still going to tell the truth. And if they want to believe lies, then let them believe lies. I don't care. I don't care. Let them all believe lies. Let them all dance to the evil music, the evil gangster rap music, and the evil, wicked, evil people. Let them dance to it, and let them dance their way straight to hell. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But I'm going to tell my story every day. Anyway, peace, love, light, blessings to you all, chosen ones. You know, till the next one, man. I'm going to catch y'all all on the next one, all right? I'm out.